Hey everyone, so the market hasn't gotten better since my last video. In fact, it's gotten worse. The truth is, no one knows how much worse it's going to get before it starts to get better. You know, I really wish there was a way to avoid markets like these. It sure seems like a prudent thing to do to get out of the market for a little while when these events start to happen and then just kind of rest, see what happens. And then when things start to improve, you can just get back in. But there's a large body of research to suggest that just doesn't work. And after going through the tail end of the tech bubble, the entirety of the financial crisis, and lots of market turbulence in all the other years, I know that the hardest part of successful investing is fighting the urge to do something. When the panic selling starts, you just want to do something, even if it's wrong. And that's where we are right now. But sometimes there's a lot of value in simply doing nothing. Let me show you some data that backs this up. Let's look at the broad U.S. stock market from the beginning of 1999 to the end of 2018 and assume we made a $10,000 investment. The first scenario is where you stay fully invested. So for all 7,304 of those days, you have your money in the market. There were a couple of really rough markets during this time, but despite that, your $10,000 would have turned into nearly $30,000. But where this gets really interesting is when we start to look at the returns that you would have gotten out of the market if you would have missed some of the best days. Over that 20-year stretch, if you would have missed just 10 of the best days, your investment would only be worth $14,895. Now, you still made money, but your investment return got cut in half for missing just 10 of the best days. And that's over a 20-year period. If you missed 20 of the best days, you would have had a negative return. And if you go out over a 30, 40, 50, 60-day period of missed days, the returns are not just grim, they're potentially devastating for an investor. If you're in the market for the bad days, you simply can't afford to miss the good days. And the only way to be positive, you're going to be invested during those good days, is to stay invested. Here's why. Those good days love to hang out real closely with the bad days. In fact, since 1999, 6 of the 10 best days in the market occurred within 2 weeks of the 10 worst days in the market. So if you bailed out in one of those bad days, there's a real good chance you would have missed the rebound. And as we've already established with this chart, missing that rebound would bring some serious consequences. You know, my 15-year-old daughter, Lauren, loves to show me shirts that she's found on Amazon, typically in an attempt to persuade me to buy them, I'm sure. She showed me one the other day that said, "I'm not lazy, I just really enjoy doing nothing." I explained to her that that's kind of what laziness is, but I thought about the saying on that shirt earlier today. I think I may have seen this on a website somewhere where it was talking about the stock market and they used that same quote. But sometimes doing nothing isn't lazy. It's the best thing you can do. The market that we're in certainly qualifies as one of those time periods where if you have a broadly diversified portfolio, you need to do nothing. So this is the third video that I've released exclusively for communication with my clients, and I've been trying to get a handle on how many have actually been receiving the emails that I've sent out with the links to these videos. If this is the first video that you've watched, go back and watch the other 2 videos that I've released, and be sure to look at your spam and junk folders to make sure my emails aren't ending up there. I want to stay in close contact with you through these turbulent market conditions, and this is one way I plan to do it. But I've got to make sure you get my email so I can get those to you. Also, if you ever want to talk or review your portfolio, don't hesitate to get in touch. Have a great day.